great day. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Hot Hustle Morning Show. Happy July 1st. We are literally at the halfway mark of the year. We are entering into the season of summer. Things are blossoming, things are changing, and just so excited to be here with you guys and for you guys to be here with me. If you're new to me, hello and welcome. My name is Jerisha Hawk. I'm a high-ticket sales coach, digital business consultant, and I help experts like you take the skills that you already have and turn them into services that you can sell consistently using really streamlined and simplified sales strategies and tactics. And it's been a really interesting quarter. I know a lot of you guys, as you guys are popping on, feel free to pop in the comments, say hey, let me know you're here, do all the things that you typically do when you hop on. But this has been a really interesting quarter, not a quarter, but like first half of the year for me and just a full year for me. I'm a few days away from my Hawk Independence Day. That was the day where I left my full-time job and went full-time for myself as an entrepreneur. That day is July 3rd for me. So we're just a couple days away from that, which is, I don't know, there's just a lot of reflection taking place. The year feels new for me around this time period versus it feeling new for me in January. And I think that's probably just because this is like when this is my fiscal year in a sense, when, you know, I got started and really went all in on my business and went full time in my business. So, you know, it's interesting times. That's why I wanted us to talk about today, how to accept when your goals change and the real importance of you elevating your purpose and elevating what your desires are so you can improve your performance. And so you can also make sure that you are, you know, continuing to evolve and gravitate towards the things that you ultimately desire. So, hey, Monique. Hi, Ashley. Hey, Yolanda. I see you guys on right now. But I'm not sure. You guys know I'm really, really big on vision boarding. And I almost call my vision board a faith board. And what I mean by that is I get very, very granular and very, very specific about the things that I want to experience. And then I find a visual representation of that. If any of you guys are in services that sell, one of the exercises that we have you do is like really map out what your dream life would be and actually itemize it. Like how much would that dream life cost you to have and cost you to experience? And the thing that I've been noticing, and that just happens, and I'm not sure if you experience resistance around this when it comes up for you, is just how do you know when your goals have changed? And what happens when after you achieve all the goals that you had set, then what, right? Then like, I know for me, there was this period of time where I felt very unclear. I felt overwhelmed because I had achieved everything that I wanted. And then a lot of like fear and resistance started to come up. And what I mean by that, I had a lot of fear and resistance around what may be possible for me moving forward. And now that I have all these things, I was more feeling this fear, and a lot of self-sabotage was creeping up because I'm like, what happens if I lose it all? Because I wasn't used to having it. I wasn't used to experiencing it. I wasn't used to, having achieved my goals at a level that I really, you kind of believe that you can get there, but then like not at the same time. And that was kind of the season I'm kind of coming out of. And so some of you guys, I know on my Insta stories, I've shared it, what my original vision boards were. And these were the vision boards that I had created for myself a year before I quit my job. So it was 2016. That year I had created a very detailed like faith board or vision board in some capacity or what have you about what I wanted to experience. Like I wanted the golden doodle dog. I wanted to, I wanted the golden doodle dog. I wanted the floor to ceiling window apartment in a downtown area. I wanted to be in a healthy, committed relationship. I wanted this cocaine white Mercedes with peanut butter interior. Like I had all these things. I had thought about what my dream life would be, what the experiences would be, going to the spa on a consistent basis. I just filled it up with all the things that I had desired. And then I itemized it. How much would this lifestyle cost me? And then I went after it and I got it. And, in the first year in business, we did $150,000 in revenue, and the business has been growing at a very healthy pace ever since. I have my fiance now. I'm in a very, I literally had a detailed dating scorecard, and it's just like when you get super specific and make it plain in regards to what you want, it's amazing how you will attract those things, and you will have enhanced performance about putting yourself in situations for you to be able to go and get those things. And, you know, I got my Louis Vuitton Never Full bag. Like literally everything that was on my board came to fruition within about a year to 18 months. And the thing is, so I think it's really important for you to, step one, set very, very, very clear goals. And I don't mean by setting goals saying I want to make more money, I want to convert more clients, I want to start or launch a business. Those are not specific in my opinion. Same thing like when I'm always telling you guys about niching down and picking a specific niche. You saying that I work with womanpreneurs, that is not a niche. You saying that I work with female faith-based entrepreneurs, that is not a niche. Like you want to get granular. You want to get so specific where it is so clear as day what this is, who this is for, what you're trying to obtain. So step one in accepting when your goals have changed and really how you can improve your performance as an individual is by setting like goals that are so clear. Like you even saying that I want to get a new car, that is not a clear goal. What car do you want? What make and model? What is the color of that car? What features do you want included in that car? I get so specific that you can go into a store and you can see, touch it, feel it, right? Like you can measure whether or not you've achieved that goal. So, and if you guys are listening to this now live, like actually think through this and start like jotting this down or popping this in the comments. So what is one, like, I think this is the perfect time for you guys to do this reflection and to really get clear about how you can enhance your performance. Because we talked about over the past few weeks or so, what's really required for you to finish out the year strong and to finish out the year with points on the board. And today we're talking more about how do you actually start putting points on the board? How can you improve your performance? How can you get more consistent? How can you be more disciplined? All of that starts with having a very clear destination. So I know for me right now, some of my goals have really changed. Like I had always dreamed of living in this, you know, floor to ceiling window apartment, which I have now. I have the golden doodle dog. I'm in an amazing relationship with my fiance. And like now my vision before was just my own, you know, everything I had put on that board was just what I aspired and what I desired. And now I'm in a point in my life now where I have a partner and it's like, what is our vision? So our goals are changing. My goals are changing in some capacity because I have a partner that's now involved in that vision planning with me. And my vision and my goals now are not just my own. They're like of our, you know, our covenant, our relationship, the wealth that we want to build for our family. So our goals are changing. And you guys will notice my environment shifting here very, very soon. Like it's interesting how so one, you need to set the goal, be very, very clear about the goal. Then you need to go after that goal with like relentless pursuit. Do whatever is required for you to achieve that goal. And then live in that goal, like experience that goal, be content in that goal. And then it's time to elevate and move on to the next thing. And I think that's something that as we're talking through this with you guys, something that has been kind of interesting for me. The whole like sitting in the goal, like allowing yourself to just experience the achievement of said goal. And because the revenue came fast, I got the space, I got everything that I wanted. And then it was like, I don't know what to do. And when in that moment, it was just like, just live in this, embrace it, enjoy it, be content in it. Like you don't always have to be rushing to what the next thing is going to be or what the next goal is that you need to accomplish. If you've set a goal that was a lofty goal and you accomplish that thing, like enjoy it. Like enjoy it, you know, enjoy the space, enjoy the person, enjoy the thing, enjoy your elevated mindset, like just live in it. And that's what I've really been doing over the last, I'd say like year. 2018 was a lot of just my word for the year was receive. And I had to get good and learn how to allow myself to receive the abundance that God was bringing into my life. Like God has been just blessing me at such a large capacity that I didn't even know how to like handle achieving it. And that's why I was so ready to rush on to the next thing because I hadn't really enjoyed or gotten used to the experience of what does it look like for you just to have everything that you said you wanted, where you're not like rushing off to the next thing. You're just content in everything, like literally everything that you have and like just celebrating every goal that you've accomplished, at how you've evolved as a person and all those things. And that's really what 2018 was for me, was really just sustaining and like receiving and enjoying all the blessings that have been answered. And this year, I feel like, up until this point, so this is like July now, 2019, and it's really like at the beginning of this year, me and my fiance, at the time we set goals once we were already engaged, and we really started thinking about what we want this next season of our lives to look like, and what are the short-term sacrifices we now have to make in this season for us to set ourselves up for the things that we want down the line. And again, you need to get granular and very, very clear. So when it comes to your goals, like, you need to get super specific about what you want and why you want it. I think a lot of the time people say, I just want more income. One, that's not specific. Or people say, I want to make somewhere between $2,000 and $10,000 a month. That is a huge swing. Your life will look I think your ability to, whatever, $2,000 is very different than $10,000. Like, get very, very clear about what you want, and then also attach a purpose to it. Why do you want that thing? If you said that you want to earn more income, why do you want more money? Like, where will that money go once you have it? Like, get very, very, very granular and specific about what you desire. So if you say you want to make an extra $3,000 a month, where's that extra $3,000 a month going to go? Is it going to go to paying off your credit card debt? And if it is paying off debt, which credit card debt is it going to be paying off? Like, get so granular specific. Like, I will be paying off my Discover credit card for $2,982. Like, that is the first place my money is going. Or if it is so you can have that dog, like, go find the breeder, go find the dog type, like, get super, super, super specific. And then after you've set a goal and then attached a purpose to it, then it's like, what is required for you to go get that goal? What is the skill gap that you need to close? What are the resources that you need to obtain? What type of support do you need to facilitate or enlist in order for you to get the thing that you want? And this is really where you start to think about where you should be able to calculate what your return on investment is going to be. When you get very specific about what you want and like what is the cost of you not achieving it, and what is the, if you not achieving this goal means you don't get to go on the 3-week vacation to Bali. Like, what the ROI is going to be if you don't accomplish it. So get very, very specific, and then go like, be relentless in your pursuit. Now you're at a space where you have capacity to be laser focused. I think the reason why your performance may not be at the level that what you need it to be at, meaning when I say performance, I mean your consistency, your discipline, your grit, your ability to take action, is mainly because the goal that you set is not clear enough, and the result of why you want that goal, the purpose attached to that goal, is not been defined. So it's hard to make sacrifices or adjust your behaviors or create new habits to accomplish something when it's not like super clear as in regards to what you want or why you want it. And then from there, do whatever's required. Like, do the work until it works. You go after that goal until you accomplish it. So those are some things I think are really important for you guys to think about, especially in this season, is think about the goals that you set at the beginning of this year. Are they crystal clear? Are they granular? Are they obtainable in the sense that what success looks like? Are they very well defined? And feel free, as you guys are listening to this right now, pop in what your goals are in the comments, and maybe we can have some dialogue back and forth about, these things I'm talking about. Like, I want us to break down what some of our goals are so we can make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. So feel free to just share with me in the comments what are either a goal that you set at the beginning of this year that you have not achieved yet, and that you don't really know exactly how you're going to achieve. Maybe you need some assistance with mapping that out. Or let me know of a goal that, maybe you're on, let me just know a goal you haven't accomplished yet. And so, yeah, you got to be super measurable, like Chelsea just said. And then, so as you guys are typing that stuff into the comments, I just want to share some more about what's kind of where I've been at. I don't know, just setting the goals and accomplishing every goal that you said that you wanted that was a very new experience for me. Building a business, having team members, like being at a point where we're doing multi-6 figures a year, multi-5 figures a month on a consistent basis. And then my business life and my personal life is all very much aligned. I just noticed a lot of self-sabotaging creeping up. And that's been something I've really had to be intentional on working through over the last over the last few months. Like that's something I've really, really, really been having to pay attention to and be more diligent on. And that's why I've been investing more of my money, honestly, and more of my intention on how can I elevate my mindset and make sure that I'm surrounding myself with people who also are doing what I'm doing, like who very much have normalized these things that now I define as success. And just so I can evolve as well. And then like, I'm looking at, okay, what's next? Like my goals are changing. Like, you know, it's so crazy because I remember when I moved into this apartment that I have now, literally it was like legit on my vision board, floor to ceiling windows, downtown Detroit, polished cement floors. I had the white fur rug and the golden doodle playing on it. Like everything that I had envisioned came to life. And my goals are changing. Like we're about to move out of this space in the next 30 days. Chelsea, you didn't know because we literally decided this 3 days ago, not even three, maybe 3 days ago, we decided that we're going to be moving out and not renewing the lease. So I have to move in the next 30 days. And like my fiance and I had set some very intentional goals about some things that we wanted to do as far as investment opportunities this year. And one of those investment opportunities we already have moved on. And then the next one is figuring out a space. Like, do we, you know, move into another apartment? Do we go purchase an investment home? Like, or purchase an investment property? Like, what is that next move for us? And I've been this year, or at least this season for me, this to me is a new year because this is my annual corporate dropout date, is like, how do you accept when your goals have changed? And it's just so interesting how we evolve and how quickly we can evolve. Like if you would have hit me up 4 years ago, even what I have now would have seemed like far-fetched. Like, what do you mean this can be my life? What do you mean this can be my regular occurrence of experiencing life? From the quality of my girlfriends to like just everything that's happening. And then 3 years later, everything that I wanted, I have and more. And then we're like on to the next thing. Like your life can change so quickly when you align your specific goals with the level of input and performance you're putting in and attaching that to a very specific purpose. Your life can change so radically fast. So that's just kind of the things that I've been working through and just kind of what I wanted to share with you guys, especially July 1st. We're literally halfway through this year. And I wanted to just work through what some of your guys' goals were so we can make sure that your performance is matching what it needs to be in order for you to achieve the goal that you have. So anybody here have any goals? I don't care if it's personal goals, if there's like or business goals. I just wanted to talk that through today. So I see Ashlee Harlans. She said her goal for the second half of the year is 4 new clients at $3,000 with with her new program. So actually, I think that's very specific. Number of clients that you want, the income that you want. I already know that you're in services that sell, so you have the resources that you need to go accomplish that goal. Where do you feel like for you? One, where is this new money? Where is this money going to go? So 4 new clients at $3,000 each. That's another $12,000. Have you attached the purpose of why you want this? Where is that income going to go? What is an extra $12,000 in your livelihood going to do for you? What is the purpose behind 4 clients at $3K a piece? And so let us know just where is that extra $12,000 going to go? Like, and then also like the emotional attachment to it. How will you feel? Like, how do you experience, like, how do you want to feel once that has been accomplished? Like, how do you want to feel? Where do you feel like your mindset is going to be? Like, how do you feel like achieving that from a mental, emotional perspective? How will that change your life, or how will that elevate your life? Like, how will that make you feel? And then also, where is that financial attachment going to go? Like, where is the extra $12,000 going to go? What do you want to spend it on? Where is the money? Where is the money's destination going to be? And then I think also, one, like I said, resources. I feel like you already have what you need to go accomplish that goal. And you've been doing the work inside of services that sell. You've been showing up for yourself. You've been putting yourself out there. You've been testing, tweaking, and repeating. So I feel like you have the resource gap filled, but let us know the rest of those answers. Then I see Regina. Hey, girl. She said that she wants to sell 4 one-on-one programs, resulting in $5,000 for July. So what is the price point of your program? Is it, I'm guessing, like a little over $1,000, like $1,200 or something? 13, like $1,297. I'm assuming based off of that calculation. 4,997 divided by 4. Yeah, like $1,250. So where, what am I trying to say? Same question for you when you guys are shooting out money goals. You know how many clients you want to achieve. You know that you want to be selling this at about $1,300 per client. Where is this extra $5,000 going to go? Why do you want the extra $5,000? And then also, do you have the resources that you need, the support? Like, do you have a roadmap, a framework, a game plan that you feel confident about that is going to set you up to achieve said goal? Like, do you have some sort of game plan in place? Do you have what you need to accomplish that? And those are some questions that I would also ask you. And I'm not seeing any more goals. Feel free if you guys can provide the feedback to those questions here in the comments if you have that available, or if you have the space to comment below. Those are some things that I would really recommend. And like the same line of questioning that I'm giving to these two young ladies, like I give that to yourself too, as you're thinking through your goals and processing your goals. Again, you want to get super, super specific. So now you know your income goal, Ashlee 12,000, Regina 5,000. Where is that money going to go? Why do you want that money? How do you think you're going to feel once you achieve that goal? And then also I think of what resources or support do you need to accomplish that goal? What is the gap? Like, why can't you have that right now? Why don't you already have that right now? What is the resource gap or the knowledge gap or the experience gap that you need to develop? And then I think also another thing to add on there is, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to stop doing right now in order for you to start doing the new things that you need to be doing to accomplish the goal? What do you need to stop doing in order for you to achieve the goal that you say that you want? So when I say, what do you need to stop doing? Maybe it's like, I know, Ashlee, you still work full time, but I think you do a great job taking advantage of the time that you have available right now. But like, does that mean that, 3 days out of the week, you're going to be eating at your desk so you can work on your business? 3 days out of the week, you're going to be waking up an hour earlier and staying up an hour, not doing TV those nights so you can work on your business. Does that mean that, I know we have a client, I know it's something a lot of people struggle with. They say they want these goals to grow their business, but they're not willing to put themselves out there. They're not willing to do a live stream. They're not willing to publish content. They're not willing to allow themselves to be visible. So then it's like, are you going to stop being scared this year? Are you going to stop using the excuse that you're an introvert as a reason why you won't put yourself out there? So like, what does that mean for you? So the question I'm asking you guys, and this is kind of the thought process I want you to work through, is one, what is the goal? And get super granular, super specific, you will be able to say, to measure it. Don't just say, I want more clients, I want more money, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a car, I want to buy a purse, whatever it is. Like, get very, very, very granular and specific about what you desire. And then it's like, okay, now that I know this goal, why do I want this goal? What is the purpose I'm attaching to it? So if it's more money, where is the money going to go? If it's more time, where is the time going to go? If it's a specific thing, just why do you want it from an emotional, mental, financial perspective? Assign a destination to it. And then from there, it's like, okay, what is the resource gap? Why do I not have this right now? And like, really ask yourself that question. What is the gap? What is lacking? What is causing me not to have this goal right now? And what do I need in order for me to achieve this goal? Is there a support that I need, education that I need, a roadmap that I need? What is the thing that I need to accomplish this goal? And be very honest with yourself answering that question. Why do you not have it now? And what do you need in order to achieve it? And then it's like, are you committed? You have to make a decision. Am I committed to doing whatever is required for me to accomplish this goal? Right? Are you you have to choose whether or not you're going to be committed to doing what's required. And then it's like, what am I willing to sacrifice? What am I going to stop doing in order for me to achieve the goal that I had set? Those are really the questions that I want you to think through as you're going through this goal planning and accepting your goals for change and improving your performance. Let's read through a couple more. So I see Yolanda, she wants to make consistent monthly 5 figures, working with 2 to 3 clients. The goal is to quit my 9-to-5 job, spend quality time with my family. Even Yolanda, I want you to get more specific than that. Oh, she did. Okay. I have a 6-year-old that I want to be very involved with in her school activities. I also have a 16-year-old getting ready for college. I want to put money there. Of course, I want to make more money, but this is a start for me in the next 6 months. So you're saying, Yolanda, let's get very clear again here. So Yolanda, are you saying at the end of the next 6 months, you want to be making consistent 5 figures a month? So by December, you want to have made $5,000 in December, and then you want to be making $5,000 a month consistently moving forward. So in that case, it's like, how can you ramp up your revenue? You know, this is something that we teach inside of services that sell. I'm not a big believer in like, today you're making $1,000 a month or no money a month, and then tomorrow you're going to be expecting to make $5,000 a month and make that being consistent. Like, I'm really big on how can you ramp up your revenue. So maybe next month you focus on making $1,000. Then in August you focus on making 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And how can you ramp up your revenue so then you're doing it in a sustainable way that really does allow you to, you know, progress at a very healthy pace. And you said with 2 to 3 clients. So does that mean your clients are worth $2,500 a piece, or does that mean your clients are worth maybe like $1,700 a piece? Like, so that's, you know, there's some work that needs to happen around what the price point of your offer is going to be, whether that's $1,700 or $2,500. And the difference in that price point will vary based off of the value that you're delivering. So those are some things that I would tell you as far as a gap that you need to work on. Get very clear on, like, again, when do you want to be making that consistent 5 figures a month? If that's within the next 6 months, I think that's more than doable, but just get clear on what that means like for you. You said the goal is for you to quit your 9 to 5. There's a lot of goals within these goals. So if the goal is to quit your 9 to 5, you want to be quitting your 9 to 5 in the next 6 months, or is your quit date something else? I will get specific about that. But then you say to spend quality time. So I like that you said with your 6-year-old, so you can be involved in her school activities. What does that look like for you to be involved in her school activities? Does that mean you get to go on every field trip? You're the parent chaperone for every field trip that she goes on? Does it mean that you're, I don't know what it means for you to be involved in your child's activities, but I would get specific in regards to what that means for you, in the sense of, what does it mean for me to be involved? And then also the same thing with your 16-year-old. You say she's getting ready to go off to college. You want to put money there. How much money do you want to put there? How much money do you need to put there? And get very, very specific about that. So those are some things I would still work through some of the goals that you had set, get even more specific than you are right now with them. And then the same line of questioning that I had for you. Like, if you want to make a consistent 5 figures a month, is consistent 5 figures enough for you to quit your job and to replace your salary to sustain your lifestyle, and to put money away for college? And this is why it's important for you to know what all those numbers are, because maybe $5,000 a month might be enough for you to replace your salary to pay for your current lifestyle, but is that enough for you to pay for the elevated lifestyle that you say that you want? So Yolanda, those are some things I would think through for you. I see Christy Anderson. She said, I need 4 clients consistently each month. Why 4 clients consistently? What is that revenue goal with 4 clients consistently? Because I think it's so interesting. People will set client goals, and they like, I want 4 clients a month, and I don't know what your income goal is. So Christy, tell me what your income goal is attached to 4 clients consistently. Because maybe you only need 2 clients consistently to hit your income goal. Maybe you don't need 4. You said my goal is to quit my 9 to 5 job. So a huge thing that for a lot of you guys who are looking to quit, one of the bonuses that you guys get when you enroll in services that sell is my corporate dropout plan. And it's really like saying that you want to quit your job is not enough. There's so many other factors that need to be put into place in order for you to effectively create an exit strategy for you to be able to quit your job in a healthy, sustainable way to make sure that you don't have to go back. So there's so many other things to think about when you're quitting your job besides just saying, I want to quit. But how much is 4 new clients a month for you? Like, what is that revenue goal attached to 4 new clients a month? And what is the date that you want to quit your job? Why do you want to quit your job? Like, what do you think you'll be able to have once you quit your job that you don't have now? Those are some things I would really get clear on, Christy, for you. And again, what's that? So $6,000 a month in the take home. Okay. So she wants to make $6,000 a month, 4 new clients consistently to be able to do that. And $6,000 a month will allow you to quit your job. What's the date that you want to be able to do that by? I'm assuming maybe the next 6 months. So then for you, I make, what is my ramp up plan for me to get there over the next 6 months as well? Are some things that I would think about for you, Christy. Let me see. And then also the same thing, what is the resource gap? Why do you not have that right now? Like, why do you not have that right now? Like, what's stopping you from getting there today? What are the resources that you need or the support that you need in order to get you there? How does your mindset need to evolve in order for you to get there? And then, again, what are you willing to sacrifice in the short term for you to get there? So those are some things. I'm scared to set the date. So that's okay. If you're, so one of the first things that, and I don't know, Ashlee or who else is in services that sell that's on right now? Anybody else? One of the first things that we have you guys do when you enroll in services that sell is define what your 90-day objective is. And you will either say that you want to increase your money or you want to set a quit date. You want to become a corporate dropout. And we walk you through the exercise of like you setting your date. And it's so amazing because so many students who have gone through services that sell, they set their corporate dropout date right when they enrolled in the program. Most of them quit their job before the date they had set. They normally quit like 3 months to like 6 months before the date that they had set, which I think is by no coincidence. You know, you have to set a date. But I think the reason why it might feel even more scary setting a date now is because do you feel like you have the resources that you need to accomplish that goal? Like, are you prepared to be disciplined to accomplish that goal? Do you have the preparation in place? And, you know, setting the date is just the first step, but then it's like the reason why I feel like, you know, setting certain goals can feel even scarier is because you have not just the fact that you don't have any idea on how you want to, get there, but like, do you think you have the resources that you need to support yourself to get there? And I think that's a big thing. Like, you know, we had multiple people enroll in services that sell, and setting their quit date has not, like, they had mentioned that wasn't the first time that they had did that. They had done that exercise before, but this time the reason why it felt different for them was because like, oh, it felt more real for them because they felt they actually had a roadmap and actually had a clear game plan on how to accomplish it. This is the first time it felt real for them because they actually had all the resources they needed to accomplish it. So I think it's important for you to set the date, but also make sure, do I have the support that I need to get me there? And am I prepared? Am I committed to doing what's required to get me there? So I think those are some things for you I would definitely work through. Like, setting the date is that's step one. But the reason why it may feel even more scary or may not feel as real or accomplishable is because you don't have the resources you need that really are going to allow you to set yourself up for success to get there. So let me see what else is on here. Marissa, I think Marissa Cuffey's on. She said that I want consistent one-on-one clients. Marissa, I'm not sure if you listened or when you popped on, but that's not specific enough. We got to get even more specific. What does consistent one-on-one clients mean for you? How many clients do you need? What is that revenue goal that would like to be experiencing on a consistent basis? Why do you want that amount of money? Where is that amount of money going to go? Consistent one-on-one clients is not a goal. That is like an aspiration, I think, but I would not define that as a goal because it's not specific, it's not measurable. We want to get more granular than that right now, okay? Let's see. And I think we can maybe do one more. Marissa said my goal is to stop consuming and plant. So when you say stop consuming what do you want to start planting? But yeah, Marissa, I think just for you, like what's your revenue goal? I mean, you say you want consistent one-on-one clients. What is the revenue goal attached to that? Like, how much extra money do you want to be bringing in on a monthly basis? And then I'd start with that. And then I would definitely re-listen to this. Ashlee said it does feel much more real now that I'm doing my lean launch. Yeah, like when you set your goal and then when you have a plan in place that allows you to set yourself up for success, I think you can be more committed. Like your performance will be heightened because you're now, like, you trust the process and you have a process to trust. So I think that's really important. And then Regina, she said, oh, selling 4 one-on-one programs resulting in $5,000 a month. She said, I definitely have a game plan. It hasn't been quite successful yet, but I'm hoping that's just a matter of outreach. I've been doing live daily, but I guess I could go to my email list, actually sell on the front end of pitching. I feel like rapport is built, but the audience is small. I guess I could figure out how to utilize. Okay, so it sounds like you don't have necessarily a clear game plan. It sounds like you're doing a lot of things that are keeping you busy that you're hoping that will pay off. That's what I'm hearing. That I'm like, maybe you have the game plan that you're showing up consistently, you're going live, you're creating content. It sounds like you're not making the ask early enough or often enough is what I'm hearing from this. You have, so if you have options, I wouldn't call that a game plan. I would just call that you are active in your pursuit, but you are kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall, waiting for something to stick, but you don't know yet what will stick, but you know it's not necessarily sticking right now. Let me know if I'm off on that, but that's kind of what I'm hearing when I'm reading your comment. So one thing for you, Regina, and anybody else right now, like if you are creating consistent content, but it is not matriculating into paid clients, there's a disconnect. And the disconnect there is that you're not aligning your marketing strategy with how your buyers make decisions. What your customers, your clients, they have their own buying strategy, whether they're aware of it or not. And you have to align your marketing strategy with how your buyers make buying decisions. So if you're creating a ton of content that's not, you're getting engagement, people are liking, people are subscribing, but they're not buying, there's a disconnect there. That's something that you need to close the gap on. And then from there, like if you're already doing daily lives, like if you can just adjust that, align your marketing strategy with how buyers make decisions, you'll be able to convert a higher level, like your live videos content will work more effectively. And then if you're not actually selling on the front end of pitching, I don't know exactly what that means, but if you are having a difficult time making the ask and inviting somebody in to work with you and then guiding them through the process of them turning into a paid client, that's also a gap that I would work on for you. That I think you're playing the sport, but I don't think you necessarily have the playbook yet. Like you think about a football player, like you have the skills, like you're doing the things, like you're playing the sport, but you don't have, I think there's just a couple things that are missing from your game plan for it to be more effective. So those are some things I'd recommend for you too, Regina, and anybody else who's in the same position that she's in. So those are some things I really recommend. I just really hope that this ignites you to just get more clear about what it is that you want. Because when you do get more clear, this will allow you to improve your performance because you've now attached a purpose to the things that you say that you want. And also just to realize that like some of your goals may have changed. Maybe you've already accomplished their goal. And it's like, if you're at a point right now where maybe you've been stagnant, it's time for you to elevate your goals, set a bigger goal, like set a different goal in a different way. And accepting that your goals have changed, like no longer are you going to allow yourself being comfortable setting goals that aren't specific, right? Like maybe your goal changing is you being more specific about what your goal actually is. And there is some comfort that I think you give yourself permission to kind of half step when your goals aren't crystal clear, when your goals aren't super specific, mainly because like when they're not super specific, you give yourself permission, consciously or not, like to not be focused, to not take intentional action because it's like, oh, I just want to make more money. You're not holding yourself accountable when that goal is not that specific. Or I want a better relationship I want to find a good man. That is not specific about what it is that you want to experience and desire. So like, accept that your goals have changed, that maybe the goals that you set right now are way too comfortable in the sense that they're like, you're no longer setting goals that allow you to be complacent. You no longer are setting goals for yourself that allow you to not be specific, which give you permission to not be focused. Like that is not how we're going to finish out the year strong. That is not how we're going to put points on the board. And that is not how you're ultimately going to get the lifestyle that you want. So it's time for us to improve our performance, set more crystal clear, specific goals. One thing that I would love for you guys to do is share your goals with me. Like legitimately, either inside of our free Facebook group or tag me on IG stories, like share what your goal is and get very, very, very specific with me and answer those 5 questions that I have proposed to you guys during today's live stream. Give yourself 15, 20 minutes a day during your lunch break, or after you've wrapped up your client work for the day. Like, get granular and give yourself the space to actually get specific about what it is that you want to desire and what it is that you want to experience, and about what in your lifestyle needs to change in order for you to get the things that you want. And share those things with me, okay? And if any of you guys are ready to take like the next step, I do have a free mini training. It's called Sales Made Simple. It's the beginner's guide to selling high ticket services online. You can visit jerishahawk.com/start, and you can create a username, create a password, log into the program, and really start to take the first few steps that you need to take so you can elevate your price points and sell your services consistently online. So I hope this helps you guys. Hope this gives you guys some newfound motivation or inspiration to get moving. And I look forward to seeing your DMs. Share this video on your own timeline so you can rewatch and listen to the questions that I asked, and just let me know what your goals are so we can finish the year strong. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.